Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuznuz here. In today's video, we're going to try to answer the question, can you make profit at all using Deathtouched darts, and what's the best way to use them? And also, what could be done to make them better, and are they really that overpowered? Now, this video was inspired by the newly released Daily Challenges rework, which has you do daily challenges every day for progress, and you unlock rewards throughout the week by doing this. One of the rewards that has been common so far is the Deathtouched dart. So I can imagine that a lot of you are going to be getting some Deathtouched darts soon. So let's talk about the best ways you can use them to make profit, if that's even possible, and how to get them and everything about them. Alright, so Deathtouched darts are darts that can be used to instantly kill almost any monster in the game. Almost is the key word here. These darts can be received in a few different ways. The first is through the weekly challenge progress for daily challenges, as I stated earlier in this video. Now, it seems as though this cycles every week, so they may not be available every single week, but currently, as you can see, you can get these from the weekly progress rewards. You can also buy these from the traveling merchant shop for 5 million GP each, which is the most common way that people get these. And as you can see, they're not in the shop super frequently, but you can sometimes get 1 or 2 a month from the traveling merchant. They were also available during the last Treasure Hunter Halloween promo as a rare reward, and could be won from Balthar's big raffle event. So the most common ways to get these now will be, of course, paying 5 million GP each from the traveling merchant, and then probably every week or so doing your challenges. So what bosses does the Deathtouched dart work on, and what's the best way to use it for profit? Well, here's a list of bosses that the Deathtouched darts currently work on. As you can see, there's actually not as many bosses that this works on as you'd think. In terms of high level PvM bosses, we really only have Araxor, Telos, Blackstone Dragon, Ambassador, Nex, and Kalphite King. But when it comes to Telos and Araxor, the Deathtouched dart only clears one phase at Telos, so you'd need 4 or 5 darts to kill Telos completely, and it only clears the first 3 phases at Araxor, and you need another to clear the last phase, so not really worth it at all at these bosses in terms of profit. So first we're going to talk about the different ways you can use this, and talk about if it's good profit or not, and how much profit it is in the long run, whether you buy the darts or get them for free during the daily challenges. So the first boss that Deathtouched darts are commonly used on is Nex. Now, Nex can be darted at her arena in the God Wars dungeon. You'll need the frozen key to access this, which is created by killing the minions from all 4 gods, which in turn requires 70 range, strength, agility, and constitution. Now, Deathtouched darting Nex is a very popular way to use up Deathtouched darts to potentially get a drop, but it actually isn't as good as you think. This is an okay option if you aren't buying your darts for money. However, if you do buy your darts for 5 mil GP each, this isn't a great way at all to use your darts up. So for Nex, the average Nex drop, including uniques, is 2 million GP per kill over the long haul, and yes, this does include uniques. This means if you use 25 darts on Nex, you'll probably end up with around 50 million GP in loot, but 25 darts will cost you 125 mil GP. So in the long run, at Nex, you're going to be losing money if you use the Deathtouched darts that you bought there. However, Nex does have a very common drop rate of uniques, so if you are seeing this as more of a gamble, using maybe 1 or 2 darts that you bought and then not doing it anymore, then Nex is probably the most likely place that you'll get a big drop if you use like 1 or 2 darts. However, the math just doesn't add up, as there are some other places that over the long term of using your Deathtouched darts will benefit you much more. The same can also be said with Kalphite King, who's another popular place to use Deathtouched darts. The average loot is around 850k per kill at Kalphite King, including uniques. I would definitely recommend Nex over the Kalphite King if you absolutely have to choose between the two. Kalphite King is even a worse return, like I said, at 850k GP per kill on average, so not a super good option for profit. But what is technically the most profitable ways to use your Deathtouched darts? Well, like I said before, if you're getting these for free from daily challenges or so, or have them from Treasure Hunter, then I guess you can use these any way you want, as you haven't invested any money. But if you want to optimize your GP per dart, and especially if you're buying these darts, then Ambassador is the best option. Now the ambassador is located in the Shadow Reef, and it's a boss that can be killed with the Deathtouched darts. However, you will need to be able to get to the ambassador yourself, which means you'll have to kill the Crassian Leviathan and Terraket the Necromancer, which of course are much easier than the ambassador, but you'll need to be able to make it through the entire elite dungeon up to the ambassador so then you can dart him. So of course this is going to take a bit of time invested to do, but if you can't normally kill the ambassador, it can be pretty good to use your darts here. And even if you can normally kill the ambassador, it's also good just because you don't have to go through that fight. But this is because the ambassador drops the Eldritch crossbow pieces, which are a 1 in 55 drop rate for any piece during solo encounters. So this comes out to 1 Eldritch piece every 55 kills, which comes out to 16.3 million GP per kill in the long run, since these Eldritch crossbow pieces are about 900 mil to 1 bill each, which is the absolute best return if you're using Deathtouched darts. So if you buy, let's say, 100 darts for 500 mil and you dart the ambassador 100 times, then more than likely you're going to end up making 1.6 bill or so on average. Remember, this is on average, doesn't count for really good luck or really bad luck. So in the long run, buying these darts, this is the best return. Now remember, Deathtouched darts are very risky. Even if you bought 100, that's no guarantee that you're gonna get a drop from the ambassador. So it's more kind of like a, chance trying to gamble in a way, basically. So if you plan on buying these and attempting to get a drop, just set yourself up that you might not get one, because a 1 in 55 drop rate isn't a super common drop rate. Even for Nex, you could dart 40 kills and get nothing, which is why Nex is probably the worst potential to make money other than Kalphite King with this, and why Ambassador is your likeliest chance. But I still wouldn't really recommend buying these just for the sole purpose of making money. It's more of if you don't mind spending the money and want to see if you can get lucky. So other than profit, what other uses can you use your Deathtouched darts for? Well, the only other ways I can really think of is during Telos while you're streaking. Sadly, since this cannot be used on Archglacier or any of the new bosses, you can't use it there to save your streak, but I have actually used these darts in the past at Telos while I was streaking back in like 2018, and if you're on a very long streak and you're running out of food, or you get bad mechanics like you get volcanic golems, a back beam spawn, or if you're just all around panicking, you can use these in a pinch to save your kill streak, keep it alive, and potentially stop you from losing a lot of loot in your chest. So that is one reason you might think of keeping your darts instead of using them for, trying to make a quick profit at somewhere like Ambassador. Other than this though, Deathtouched darts aren't really as great as people think, and if you buy them from the Traveling Merchant for 5 million GP each, you really only have one use, which is the Ambassador, if you want to make back your profit in the long haul. But like I said before, even using all your darts at Ambassador isn't going to guarantee that you make a profit or get a unique drop, so it's still essentially a big gamble. What do you guys think about Deathtouched darts? Do you think they should be able to be used at different bosses like Zuck, like AOD, certain, new Elder God Wars bosses? I think they could be useful at the Archglacier. Of course, they shouldn't be able to count for Reaper Crew or, any of the Warden titles or anything like that, just like Telos. But if they're usable at a place like Telos, I think maybe there could be some other uses opened up for them. But maybe it's also a good thing that they're not making them super overpowered, seeing as we're getting them basically every week with these daily challenges, and they seem to be a lot more common now. What do you guys think? What do you think should be done with Deathtouched darts, if anything? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below. It really helps get the video out to more people, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing so you get much more RuneScape 3 content. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.